Hey, going guys, Isky here. Thought I'd break out the camera, show you what I just got. In fact, check this out. This is the worst part about being a dump rat, I reckon. You're constantly getting flat tires. Constantly, I'm always getting punctures, like maybe one every 3 weeks. But it's all good. I know how to fix them. You have to teach yourself how to fix them, otherwise you go broke getting other people to do it. So I can do it. I've been doing that for many years now. Anyway, let's have a look in here. What do we got? It looks like another dryer, and the bowl and the back of this dryer is already on my deck, on my front deck, front porch. But this is a Simpson dryer. Why the hell would I grab another Simpson dryer? Man, I've got so many videos on Simpson dryers. Well, the reason being is because, let me just set this up. This one here is the latest model. It is brand new. It's a brand new dryer. I just found this at the dump. It was pulled apart. Someone's obviously tried to fix it, but they couldn't fix it. But yeah, I had to grab this. This is the very first one I've ever seen. Very first one. And I thought we'd have a quick look at this. We'll go over it just quickly before I repair it and see if there's any major differences compared to basically the dryer that's been around for the last 20 years that this one is replacing. And let's start now, I guess. I'm going to take it into my front yard and do it, but let's have a quick look at the front. I can see straight away, look at the door. Can you see this door? See where the door lock is? The door lock's on an angle. It's actually up here rather than basically down there. And that's a big deal because now that I see that, I know that the latest model Simpson inner shrouds, which is what this part here is, will not fit the older ones or the original ones. Yeah, so that really sucks. So basically, if you have a look here, can you see the front is all curved? It's slightly curved, and it's exactly the same as the new Electrolux. Remember, I just did a video recently on the new Electrolux. I got a brand new Electrolux clothes dryer, and I had a good look at it. It looks like they're going the same. So basically, well, I guess that's one good thing. The inner shrouds out of the Simpsons will fit the inner shrouds of the new Electrolux. So yeah, but it sucks that the parts aren't interchangeable now to the older ones. So yeah, oh well. Yeah, so basically in previous years, all they've done to spruce up the Simpson dryer, the older Simpson dryers, when they wanted to bring out a new model, all they've ever done was just change the colour of this. You see this colour around the knob? They've changed the kind of the colour of the writing, as well as this part here where it says Simpson 4.5. Well, normally they're Simpson 4 kilograms only, but they're normally done on a badge. And the very first ones that came out, they were a white badge, and then there was like a blue Simpson written on it. And then years later they spruced them up and they changed the badge to a silver badge with black writing on it. And the badge, I'm pretty sure the badge had the actual capacity written on there as well. So yeah, it's quite different, isn't it? So I wonder if the timer mechanism in this here will work in the older ones. I reckon it probably will. Maybe it won't. I'm not sure now. I thought this this part here, this switch that determines the heat, I thought that was down a little bit, but maybe it was up. I'll have to check that out. That's going to be interesting. But yeah, so wow. So immediately when I found this, I knew exactly what the problem was. And if you have a look there, that's where the idler sits, just here. Now you can see here, that's the idler core. That's the core of the idler that normally spins around. But there's normally a big chunky idler around that. So what's happened is, for some reason, the idler has locked up, this metal core of the idler has locked up with the post, and it's not spinning. But because the motor's still going and the belt's going around it, it's trying to force the the nylon or whatever the idler's made out of. It's still trying to turn that around. So what's happened is it's actually kept turning the idler even though the core is locked up, and it's broken free. And if we have a look down somewhere, what do you think that is? Oops. There you go. You can see there, it's all, that's where the core went. So basically, yeah, so this basically kept spinning, whereas the inner core is locked up, and I can't even move it. I'm going to have to use some vice grips to move that. So the thing is, I don't understand why they just didn't fix it. That looks like a pretty easy fix, right? They took the back off it, they took the bowl out of it, they did everything else, but they just didn't fix it. I mean, they should have just bought one of these for 20 bucks and fixed it. Now they're looking at spending, what, $450 for one of these? Something like that. Anyway, I don't mind. I'm glad they threw it out. I'll have it. But yeah, so let's kind of take this into my front yard now. It's going to be very quick. We've already covered most of it, I reckon. Let's take it into the front yard, see if there's any other major differences between this dryer here and the original dryer, Simpson. All right, let's do it. All right, so we're back on my front porch. And yeah, don't have much space. Unfortunately, we got hardly any space. So that's the bowl, and that's the back and the belt. Now, whoever pulled it apart, they didn't undo the bearing nut. They just kind of, yeah, I think they kind of just took all the outer screws out, and then they just kind of freaked out because everything was still being held together, and that normally turns a lot of people off, I think, and they've just left it. They haven't even looked inside. So yeah, so what I might quickly do is just set you here. I'm just going to quickly undo this bearing nut. And I can safely say this back is a lot thinner compared to previous models of Simpson. It is very thin. The gauge of this sheet metal is terrible. It's crap. And let me just set this up here. It's exactly the same as the Electrolux. They've just gone really cheap with the materials, unfortunately. And you can really tell. I can tell straight away. Oh, look at all that yuck! I can tell straight away just by kind of feeling this and the weight that it is so much lighter than previous. All right, so let's get over that. Let me just feel this oh man, that's really weird. I normally get to the bearing and go like that, but this bearing is kind of moving around inside there. I've never had a bearing ever do that. Why is it doing that? Have they put a little bit more room in there for it to kind of, maybe that's just really loose. No, it seems the same. I've never felt a bearing move around. Alright. But yeah, so first things first, this is lightweight and feels terrible. So let's just put that aside. It's so much lighter. Wow, just picking it up, you can tell straight away. Let's have a look at this bowl. I did notice this. The bowl seems a little bit, it feels cheap. It feels cheaper than previous bowls as well. It doesn't feel, weight-wise, it doesn't feel too much different, but you can see inside it's a completely different finish to the bowl. Normally they're kind of this stainless steely kind of look. This looks more like it's galvanized. But yeah, it still kind of feels cheap for some strange reason. It's kind of disappointing because I really love this, Simpson model of dryer. I think it's the best dryer that you can buy. But I hate the thought of them kind of cheaping out. But that's exactly the same as the Electrolux as well. Although I'm not sure whether I got to fill the bowl. I don't think I got to fill the bowl. I can't remember. Yeah, it's kind of weird. This is like they've gone galvanized rather than, oh well, I don't know, but kind of looks like kind of looks more like gal. And the other weird thing is, can you see where the see where that mark of the belt is? It's normally in the center, more so in the center, but it's changed. So that's probably got something to do with the fact that it's got a curved front on it now, and maybe something to do with the fact that it's no longer a 4 kilogram. They've actually made this one a 4.5. I'd say they're doing that with all of them. So the 5 kilograms now probably a 5.5, and the 6 maybe a 6.5. I don't know. This is the first one I've ever seen. But all right, let's just kind of move this out of the way. All right, so let's check this out. Now what I'm going to do, oh well, first of all, let's have a look at these back covers. Yeah, that feels lightweight. I mean, this cover here is lightweight. It's exactly the same as the back itself. It feels cheap and crappy. Now this plastic, this is cheap as well. It feels terrible. Let me just, so this is exactly the same. They're doing the exact same thing. Excuse me. They're doing the exact same thing with these as they did. They've started to do with the Electrolux. Can you see? There's normally a hole here for another screw and a hole up here for another screw, and the same on here. Now they've actually decided not to put so many screws in, which I've always said they put too many screws in the back here. So that doesn't bother me at all. But it's just, I mean, they used to be steel. When they first came out, and they were great and really heavy duty, and then they changed to the plastic backs, but the plastic backs used to be even heavier weight than this. This feels like a lot lighter than the other plastic backs that I'm used to. Yeah, so it's exactly the same. The Electrolux and the Simpson, basically it's exactly the same. They're cheaping out. Just put that there. Oh, look at this. First thing that I see, this is the heater. Check the heater out. Look how small it is. It's completely different to what they're normally at. That's like half the size, I reckon. Wow. I mean, this is the heater over here on another one. That's what they're normally like. So that's them there. That's what they are now. Wow. Jeez Louise. So that's interesting. It's probably got something to do because they're putting bigger bowls in there. They can't really afford all of the real estate that thing kind of takes up, so they've had to shorten them. But yeah, wow. It kind of sucks though that if I ever find one that needs another heater, then I'll have to find another brand new one to replace it with it, because I can't use the old parts. Oh well, that sucks. All right. Let's grab this idler. Let's just stick that there. This here is our power cord. This is interesting. I don't know if that's actually bent like that. I think that might have actually bent that way. It's normally right angles. I have a feeling that might have bent. It's normally like that. Okay, let's just leave it like that. But wow. Okay, so I have to pull this off. Listen, this video isn't about me. This video isn't about me fixing this, by the way. I don't plan on fixing this in this video. I'm just wanting to have a look inside. In fact, while we're here, have a look at the timer. The timer is completely different as well. So shit, you can't use the same. I don't think you can use the same timer. The timer is completely different, the housing and everything. So they've basically made this entire new model of dryers. You can't use previous parts in them. That really sucks. Oh well, I guess it had to happen sometime, didn't it? But yeah, everything else is the same by the looks of things. Yeah, so this door lock here is actually, like I said, it's up a bit. So this whole inner shroud will not work in older dryers. Damn it, that was a really cool thing. But while I'm here, actually, I don't think I've got any vice grips. Let's just see if I can use some multi grips. I'll see if I can. Now there we go. I think that's turner. Is that turner? Yep. Oh, oh. Well, we got that part of the core off. This part is still there. Sorry, I've started fixing this thing and I just said that I wasn't going to do that. Let's just see if I can. What would suck is if the motor, you couldn't use, I'd reckon the motors would have to be interchangeable, right? Come on. There we go, that's nice. So what I might quickly do is actually clean that up. It's very sticky still, so I'll clean that up so it's silky smooth. Oh bugger it, let's fix it. We may as well fix it. I'll do a time lapse at the end of me putting this back together, but I'm just going to get some citrus stuff and just clean that so it's really nice, and yeah, that's beautiful now. Okay, so do we have a spare idler? Where would I keep idlers? Maybe up here? How does that look? It's not the best. I think it's about the same, I reckon. So I'm just going to stick this on. Let me just have a look, better look at this. Yep, it's fine. It doesn't have any cracks in it. Let me just pop this on here, see if it's turning nicely. See, that was actually really hard to push on and take off. But once it's down, it spins beautifully. But it's definitely hard to push on and push off. So what I'm going to do is go and grab a bit of, emery paper or wet and dry or something like that, and because I can feel a little bit of a kind of bit of raised metal there, probably from that last idler spinning around. So I'm just going to kind of fix that up and maybe stick a bit of grease on there as well. Alright, I'm back and I have us some sandpaper. I just want to, and it's wet, it's what I like. It's just getting any burrs off. I might just go and get a light for you guys. Sorry, I wasn't prepared to do this. I didn't plan on doing a fix. Alright, here we go. The trusted Bunnings lamp. Okay. That feels really nice. Let's pop our idler on now. There we go, on and off really easily. Spins beautifully. Okay, let's leave that. But I'll put you back here. But what I might just do, I don't normally do this, but sometimes I do. Might just get a bit of grease. Just stick it on this post. Like that. And then what I like to do is put a blob of grease just on the top there. Maybe not that much. And seeing we are putting this down that way first, where that little nylon washer is, I like to actually kind of put a bit of grease just in there, because as you push this on, it will actually force the grease up in between. There we go. So cool. Let's just leave that. Now the idler, sorry, not the idler, the capacitor will be fine. This is a brand new machine. So that's about it. I mean, I think I've covered just about all the major differences in this machine, so there's no point kind of stringing this video along anymore. Yeah, it's different, isn't it? Let me just quickly button this back up, put this together. We've got the belt down there. And we'll take another quick look. In fact, I might actually... Alright, I'm just going to put you somewhere, and I'm going to put this back together. Let the time lapse begin. I forgot there's all the screws are inside this machine. Just bring you back. I just realised I forgot to plug in the heater cable into my heater, so I've just taken these screws off. Check this out. I think this is, yeah, so this is different as well. See, when with this heater here, the heater here, when you plug it in, you normally plug it in from above, but they've turned it around so that the plug is now at the bottom. It's actually a better way to do it. It is. But yeah, so I better plug that in. It is a better way to do it, but that's probably one of the only better things that they've done to this dryer, this new model dryer. Okay. Alright, she's plugged in. What do you think? Is she going to work? Is it going to work? There you go. Beautiful. Just like a new one. So So yeah, I have to clean this up now. I'll make this look brand spanking new, I guarantee you. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to kind of share this experience with you. It's the first one of these machines I've ever had, and I thought it'd be interesting to see the differences in this dryer compared to the ones that have been around for 20 years. And to be honest with you, I'm disappointed. I've fixed thousands of these things, easily over 1,000 of these things, and I've always thought that Simpson dryers, Electrolux dryers and Westinghouse dryers were the best, and they still are. But the build quality has definitely taken a dive. I still haven't put this back cover on, but just the weight of this steel, it's like tin foil. It feels like tinfoil crap, and I don't like that, not at all. But that's about it. That's it, guys. I'm going to call it. We'll finish this video now. I'd like to say thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.